Hello and welcome back to We Love This Book. Today I'm going to talk through some of the books that are coming out in February that we're excited about. First of all, I want to quickly just mention the Quick Reads series. There are 6 books coming out at the beginning of February which have been written by really well-known authors, and these are really short quick reads, as the title says, which are designed to help people realise that reading is really good fun and not at all intimidating. Okay, there we go. So there's 6 books. These are all coming out at the beginning of February, and there's something for everyone in there, so look out for them. And they're only £1 as well. So I've got 5 books that are coming out in February that I have really enjoyed. First of all is Glass by Alex Christofi, which is published by Serpaint's Tale. This is a book about a guy who moves to London because he's got a commission to help window clean the Shard. It's quite kind of surreal. It will appeal, I think, to fans of Ned Bowen, who was on the Booker long list a couple of years ago for the teleportation accident. It's got that kind of quirky, weird feel to it, even though it is set in real-life London. Okay, next is She Will Build Him a City by Kamal, and he is chief editor of the Indian Express. I picked this up firstly because the cover is so pretty, and whilst the book has got lots of poetic sort of lyrical passages, it's also really quite dark and gritty. It's set in New Delhi and it follows the lives of 3 people, a man, a woman and a child, who are never named. I was really impressed with the writing in this, although there are moments which are quite visceral and unpleasant, and it doesn't shy away from the kind of brutal realities of life in New Delhi. Next one is The First Bad Man by Miranda July. If you know Miranda July's films and short stories, then this is very much in the same kind of category as that. It's very biting and it's funny in a very black humour sort of way. I was really torn on this because it's undeniably brilliantly written, but there were scenes that actually made me feel physically sick, which is unusual for a book that I would still say I would really recommend, but it has some rather unusual sex scenes in it which are quite disturbing at times, so be prepared for that. And now these are my 2 favourites for February. First of all, this is Vanessa and Her Sister by Priya, which I actually unwrapped in one of our unboxing videos. So this is the finished copy, the hardback, and this is published by Bloomsbury. So this is a novel. Vanessa is Vanessa Bell, who was Virginia Woolf's sister, and this is a novel about Vanessa and Virginia and their relationship. It's also lots about the Bloomsbury set, so if you're interested in that kind of period and that group of people, then there's loads to learn and enjoy. If you're a fan of Virginia Woolf, obviously there's an interest here, although it did make me realise how scary it would be to meet her because she was quite an intimidating woman, and I completely fell in love with Vanessa. Vanessa was an artist, and it made me want to go and find out lots more about her work as well. So it's a must for fans of kind of books about literary people, for fans of Virginia Woolf, for fans of good historical fiction. And this is my absolute favourite for this month, and so far one of my favourites for this year. This is The Chimes by Smaill, which is published by Sceptre. And this is also a finished copy, and you can't really, it's a really beautiful matte cover. You can see it's gorgeous as well. The Chimes is set in a sort of, it's never specified when it's set, but it feels kind of post-apocalyptic, and it's set in London and then Oxford at the end. And it is set in a version of our world where there's 2 kind of key differences. So firstly, people don't really have a short-term memory, and every night when they go to sleep, when they wake up, they have a kind of sense of muscle memory and they can remember certain things, but a lot of the specifics they can't remember, so they carry around things that remind them of that. And then secondly, the written word has been kind of wiped out, and people communicate a lot more by music. The world that she's created, you have to kind of learn what's going on, just as the characters who wake up every morning not remembering have to learn what's going on. So you kind of work out what's happening alongside the main character. It's got beautiful writing, but it's also got a really engaging story and wonderful main characters. So this is my favourite for February. And then I wanted to just quickly mention 2 books that I haven't actually got around to reading yet, but are definitely going to be read. And the first of those is The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury, which is coming out from Scholastic. This is a YA book, which everyone is raving about, and I'll definitely be reading this very, very soon. And then the other one is a book called Reading the World, Confessions of a Literary Explorer by Anne Morgan. And this is a book about a woman who read a book from every country in the world, which she started because of when the Olympics were in London. And I love books about people reading and why we read and our kind of experiences with different books. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. These are my favourite books for February, so some that I've read and loved, some that I'm really looking forward to reading, and then the quick reads books as well. We would really love to hear what you're looking forward to in February. If you read some of these books, we'd really love you to let us know what you think as well.